Welcome back, everybody. This is LiveWire, coming back, which is Ray Gonzalez. Today we're going to review something that I didn't expect to review. I didn't know I was going to review it. Something happened last week that was very tragic. We lost one of our masters of horror in the film genre, Wes Craven, rest in peace. And he created Nightmare on Elm Street. He created Last House on the Left, Hills Have Eyes, you name it. He put his hands on it. And one of the franchises that I grew up with was the Scream franchise. Are You Afraid of Scary Movies? A Scary Movie Killer, Ghostface. Well, he passed away last week, and it was really tragic. And I just kept on thinking about what was the last thing he worked on, other than Scream 4, and I hate to have to say it, but the terrible My Soul to Take. And one of the last things he worked on was the Scream TV show. Yeah, they made a Scream TV show on MTV. You guessed it. It was his last bit of work. He directed the first episode, and I said, "Fuck it, let's give it a try, right? Let's see how bad can this show really be." I mean, if Wes Craven gave his approval, and everybody was on board, how bad could it be, right? So I ended up binge watching the whole show in one day. There's not a lot to write home, and if this is really the last thing that Wes Craven is known for, then I hope people don't know that. Sorry. Things about the show, I grew up with this movie. I grew up with the movie franchise. I was a little kid. It actually scared me when I was growing up. Not so much anymore, obviously, but when I loved it because I was scared by it when I was a child. Now I love the movies because they're so meta and things that I understand. This show opted to go heavy on the meta, not so much on the fear, but the meta doesn't even really make sense so much anymore. It's not really about scary movies no more. It's really about Instagram. It's about Facebook. It's about Snapchat. It's about Twitter. It's about just internet. People don't call anymore, really. They just text. It's just a bunch of texting, clickety clack, putting videos up online. You got your stereotype characters like the Nev Campbell, the Sidney Prescotts. You got the Jamie Kennedy character. You got the dumb jocks. You got the mysterious boy on the side that you don't know what he's about. Shit, you even got a Gale Weathers type reporter here, but instead it's a podcast reporter. Which don't really make sense how people can even take her seriously since she's just a podcaster. That's like me going into a crime scene and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm from LiveWire Film Reviews. Let me in." And they're like, "Oh, okay, go right ahead." Like, fucking don't make no damn sense. But that's neither here or there. They are mostly just used to be walking, talking stereotypes. And, we shouldn't expect anything less from MTV. But it's the dialogue that's been given to them. It's not so much a Scream movie anymore or a Scream TV show. It turned into an MTV show that just happens to have the same kind of premise. It was low-key preposterous. And because I was actually one of the few that actually enjoyed Scream 4 when it dropped. And this movie is not even, as much as people hated Scream 4, even fucking Scream 3, which I can't stand. This movie or this TV show is no Scream 3. That's the best review I can give it because it's so bad that it's not even up to par to the worst film on the franchise. As when it comes to the characters, you got your nerd that knows everything about everything, but he doesn't just know about scary movies anymore. He knows about hacking. He knows about serial killers. He knows about video games and all. Like he's just the overall nerd that knows about everything and everything that has to do with technology, movie, and geeky stuff.
All right, guys, phone's down.
But the Brandon James gift put us on the map, Mr. B. I mean, we've got like 7 of the top 10 trending hashtags right now.
Maybe you should focus more on your studies and less on Lakewood's web buzz.
Who can resist the murder selfie?
Which is what the killer is counting on.
All right, Will Graham. What is this killer's design?
Well, murder's a lonely game, I mean, say you're the killer, okay? You sneak into Nina's house, you skulk around and scare her, and then you kill her. Boom. But then what? You take a victory lap around the pool? You just stand there watching the blood spread out in the water, thinking your crazy guy thoughts?
Creepy monologue alert. So maybe it's no good if he's the only one who's watching.
Exactly, yeah. It's the age of Instagram and YouTube and Tumblr. I mean, we need to share the things we do, or it's like it never happened.
Riley, phone's off.
Sorry, Mr. B. My friend from St. Mary's texted. A girl that goes there died. No way. Who was it?
How'd it happen?
It doesn't say.
I'm sorry to hear that, Riley. Why don't we get back to...
I have, to go to the bathroom.
Actually, let's all take a minute.
You also have a girl, which I don't understand. I mean, I guess it's to kind of please the gay crowd, which, it's fine and dandy and everything. But you have a girl that is looks just like the girl with the dragon tattoo, dresses just like the girl with the dragon tattoo, and she happens to be bisexual, just like the girl with the dragon tattoo. And it's just these stereotypes. You see her hanging around with the nerd that hangs around with the jocks, and you just don't buy it. And then everything that they say is just over the top, wink wink, witty dialogue that just don't make no damn sense. I don't even know if these things are possible, man. I'm so fucking out of date with these apps and these technologies. I'm starting to feel old and shit. But like the killer can mimic another person's voice through malware. I mean, it don't make no fucking sense to me. The ending, the surprise kill, the surprise killer, not so much surprising. I mean, it's just dull, and they take pieces out of the book from the original Scream, but they try to flip it on you, but not really in any smart way. It's just they just go through the motions and surprise kids, and I get it. I get it. This is what kids are into these days. It's a shame, but this is the kind of stuff they watch, and this is what they turned this great franchise into. I still consider it to be a great horror franchise. One of the best things about it is the meta about it, but they couldn't even get that right. I will really give this about, how can I say that? I would probably give it 1.5 stars, because one of the pros that I have to say about this is that it actually is quite violent. They actually are more creative. They actually have some more creative kills than I've seen in the franchise itself. They actually, for an MTV show, they actually go for the jugular, and they show the violence, they show the gore. And I was actually kind of surprised. I was always thinking that they were just going to cut away every time the killer comes in, but nah, they show the blood gushing out, they see the stabbing, they see the decapitation. It's pretty impressive,
Hey.
Hey, where are you?
I just got here. I brought really expensive candy for the full-on theatrical experience.
Change of plans. Come and find me.
Well, this isn't funny. Well, what do we have to eat on our second date?
I can't recall. But this is going to be a date to remember.
No.
Yes,
game's still on, and we're in the bonus round.
I played by your rules. I did everything that you wanted. Where is he?
I wanted you to have a little pride. Instead, you forgave his lies, just like Daisy did all those years ago. I don't forgive so easily.
What did you do to him?
It's what you're gonna do that's the real bitch. I suggest you run.
And that's really all I can say about this show, because it was a bore to watch. It was a bore to go through, and it was an ear sore to just listen to that dialogue that I just cannot stand. And this kid John Karma, who plays the Jamie Kennedy of the show, the geek of the show, he is like a Topher Grace reincarnate. I have to say, Topher Grace, you need to watch your back, because this kid is gunning for all your roles in about 3 to 4 or 5 years. So you better be careful and watch your back. That's all I gotta say. I wouldn't even recommend watching it if you feel like binge watching something really stupid, something to laugh at, you know, and offer some decent kills, then yeah, maybe go for it. But this is definitely for a specific type of crowd, the MTV crowd, the MTV Now crowd, that I just can't get into, man. I just couldn't fuck with. So, like I said, I'm gonna give it 1.5 out of 5. Yeah, I know. These reviews have been short, everybody, and it's because what can you expect, man? It's just not a lot to talk about. There's not a lot of juicy material out for us to digest in. It kind of ended with Straight Outta Compton, and we're kind of like just hanging out here, waiting for something good to come out. So all I know is that in September, second half of September, we're gonna really come with it. There's really gonna be some great material coming out for us to watch, to view on TV, and at the movie theater. And I can't wait to watch it. And the whole crew's gonna come back, and we're all gonna get to it. But in the meantime, this is LiveWire. Follow us on Twitter. RayMK, RayReimk, PDMK, PETEYMK, and Andy Mac, ANDYMACKK. Catch us out, man. This is us.
Hello?
Tyler?
Maybe we should be afraid. A bunch of drunk teenagers, a party by the lake where your homegrown killer died.
You have a dark mind.
You have no idea.
Audrey, where are you?
By the time the first body is found, it's only a matter of time before the bloodbath commences.
Are you watching me?
Until there's no one left.